I got a new and exciting pen to show you today. It's from a brand that it's probably been new to you for the last year. I did some reviews over their pens, I guess it was about a month or two ago. And then again a year ago with some pens that was sent to me by the brand called Gioia. I'm going to show you the Gioia Partenope Fiamma. Yes, it is a new, numbered special edition that was just released, and it should be hitting your favorite retailers soon. I know over at Pen Shelly you can reserve it now, and it should be out very, very soon. Without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this gorgeous pen and let's check it out. So let's take off that outer sleeve, and we are left with a black box that says Gioia on it, and it says writing emotion. Yeah, it's an emotional experience apparently. Let's open up this box, and here we go. Whoa, hold on now. There's stuff inside we gotta look at first. So first of all, we've got Gioia Writing Emotions, and it's a little brochure. It just kind of tells you a bit about the pen itself, and all kinds of like Italian, English. But this is your international warranty in here. It also has a little bit of information to give you some background on the Gioia pen, especially the clip, which is made using an ancient goldsmith technique called the lost wax casting method. So we'll be taking a look at that. And the second piece of information that comes with this pen is some directions of how to fill your fountain pen. So that's always very helpful. I appreciate that. So now we can see the pen. Here it is. So it comes sandwiched in between, part of this cushioning or whatever. And so here's our pen. Yeah. You know what Fiamma means when it's translated to English? Flame. Now look at that resin. It's got yellow, red, black resin. It looks like flames, right? Like it does. This pen is totally flaming. Oh man, I love this so much. And there's the clip I was talking about with the lost wax casting method. It's such a unique looking clip. And of course, you might notice the top here, there is the etchings, relief, whatever. And in the background is Mount Vesuvius. And this is the skyline of Naples. And that's where Gioia is based. They are based in Naples, Italy. This is a special edition. I don't know exactly how many they made of these, but they are limited. And guys, people go crazy over these Gioia pens, which makes me so happy because I think they're awesome. And I just like to see the reaction. So now the finial has a logo, which is the A of the Gioia, in which Penboy Roy, you look at his Instagram account, he pointed out, and you're not gonna be able to unsee this once I point this out, but it looks like a dude bending over and looking through his legs. You're welcome. So let's take a look at that nib. So we've got a black section that matches this end cap here. And so we've got a gold-plated Jowo nib, and it is specially stamped for this pen. I don't know if they're going to keep stamping the rest of the pens with this new look. I like it a lot, and it looks like there's, a sunrise with the Gioia logo, and I've got a medium nib here. I've got a plastic feed, and I'm really liking this gold trim that, to go with the flame or the Fiamma material. So one thing I do like or love about Gioia is it comes with the converter. Such an awesome thing. And it is threaded, so it screws right into the section, so that way it won't pop out of your section, and if it does, it won't just be a horrible thing that will happen. But the threaded end keeps it secure in the pen, which I really appreciate. Well, I'm just gonna carry on here. So let me put this back on. Right here, it's etched in to the material. It's Partenope, and it looks like, yes, it's Gioia Partenope. And let me put this back on, put the cap back on to the barrel, because if I drop it, then it's like sayonara to the nib, right? Another thing I love about Gioia pens, or a lot of Italian pens seem to have this really cool aspect, is the blind cap. So that way you could just take off this end cap, this blind cap right here, and you can fill your pen with ink this way. So if you don't feel like taking off the entire barrel, you don't have to. So that's pretty cool. Does the pen post? Let's see. It does post, which elongates the pen somewhat. I tend to use my pens unposted. That's just me though. I just find that sometimes when it's posted, it makes the back a little heavier. And this one, it does feel a little bit heavier. But if you have large hands, this would be a great pen posted for you. But in my case, my hands, for a female, I guess I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. I will be using this pen unposted, and so that's what it looks like in my hand. So it might look different in your hand. If you like to carry around a fountain pen, you don't necessarily like to carry around a lot of pens, but let's pretend like you're in a situation where you have to write on crappy paper. It happens to us all. And you don't happen to have a really fine nib with you, and it's just your ink's gonna bleed all over the place. What do you do? Well, if you have a Gioia Partenope, you'll also have a rollerball attachment that comes with it. Yeah, it's true. So I'm gonna go ahead, let me install that real quick and show you what it looks like. Take out the fountain pen unit, and it just installs super easy, just like this, and you have yourself a rollerball. Voila. Well, I guess the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to fill this beautiful pen up with ink, and let's see how she writes. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the Gioia Partenope Special Edition Fiamma. And it is beautiful. and it writes pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Actually, if you can't tell, I tend to geek out and get very excited over pens in general, but I'm particularly excited about this pen just because I really love the way it looks. I think this is just a beautiful pen, and a beautiful pen that writes well. I mean, does it get any better than that? Seriously, does it get any better than that? I mean, I'm so happy with this pen. So happy with it. On this date, today's date is November 16th, and I do not believe this pen is in stock at your online retailers yet, but it will be very soon. So this is a sneak peek. And when it does hit, let's talk about the price. So it's gonna retail for $240. I mean, yeah, it's an Italian pen. You know, Italian pens tend to cost a little more, I've noticed. But it will, once it hits the stores, you know, they're always allowed to knock off a percentage of that pen. So when it gets to the store, at least at Pen Chalet, it will be $192. So it will be under $200. Also, if you can score a coupon code to use, you can always use Penboy Roy's coupon code, which is good words. You can get an additional 10% off of that. So for a pen that looks great, it's a special edition. I have absolutely no idea how many they're gonna make. Chances are it will sell out fast. I mean, under 200 bucks. And it's so nice. And this is like great for anyone. I mean, any pen enthusiast. That's right. Well, I know that for a fact you can reserve it now over at Pen Chalet, and when it arrives, it will ship to you. But that's really all I have to say about this pen. I'm really pleased, really pleased. Thank you so much to Luxury Brands for sending this pen over for me to review. I hope that perhaps you've learned something about this pen, or perhaps it's piqued your interest and you'll have to check it out as soon as it hits the stores. That's all I've got to say about it. And that's how the ink flows.